When it comes to cooking, Chef Ashley Gaborio makes her menu by her mood.
So if we wake up and we're craving Italian, we're gonna make a dish that's Italian. If we wake up, we're craving Chinese, we're gonna make a dish that's Chinese.
So that helps explain why the food coming out of her kitchen runs the gamut from fancy to funky to funfetti.
Order in burger at patty or Ketty.
Ashley is the executive chef at a brand new spot named Idle Hour. It's located on Hancock Street, right in the heart of downtown Quincy. And this laid-back 84-seat spot is constantly evolving in the kitchen and in the dining room.
We didn't want to be pigeonholed into anything. So you walk in and it's really comfortable brick walls, but then it's got banana leaf print and cool wooden tables and teak bar. This is the place you come to hang out, chill with friends, or you can even take your family out if it's earlier in the night. If it's later in the night, you can bring a bunch of people in and get loud. The vibe of the room changes with the people in it.
Like any restaurant, people come to Idle Hour for the food, and there are lots of delicious options on the menu. But before we take a taste, there's something else here that has people buzzing, and believe it or not, it's the bathrooms.
Oh my God! Whoa! Wow!
Because here at Idle Hour, each of the 4 restrooms is decorated with its own unique aesthetic.
So the first bathroom's based on The Shining, the second one's based on penguins, the third one is Princess Purple Rain, and the very last one is lovingly referred to as the Victorian-era crackdown.
And as you might imagine, these eye-popping loos attract plenty of looky-loos.
Oh, they think it's hysterical. Some people refuse to use the Shining bathroom out of, I don't know, superstition. But everyone seems to find one that's theirs and they like claim it for themselves, and that's the only one they tend to use. But they'll bring friends in and tour their friends through the bathroom just so that they can find what they like too.
There's plenty to like when it comes to the menu here, because while Chef Ashley strives to get creative, she still wants the food to be familiar.
It's hyper-seasonal food that are plays on classics. So we take something that you're familiar with and we reinvent it in a little bit of a way.
So instead of marinara, meatballs are served with house cranberry sauce and rich gravy. A classic Reuben sandwich is transformed into bite-sized Reuben nuggets, and mozzarella sticks are upgraded from boring pub grub to indulgent appetizer.
I love and hate mozzarella sticks. My biggest qualm with mozzarella sticks is you get them, you take one bite, and the cheese either is totally stuck on the other side and you're just eating breading, or you're eating all of the cheese, it's all over you, and you're holding just the breading. And so I didn't want to do anything like that.
So what she did was create a homemade mozzarella stick that's breaded with a Cajun risotto, then deep fried, resulting in an incredibly crunchy, impossibly gooey eating experience.
It's gonna be crunchy, it's gonna have some nice pull to it from the mozzarella, but then it's gonna have a little bit of a heat to it. It's got a little spice and like flair to it. This is the only place you're gonna come and you're gonna have a mozzarella stick that has flavor and isn't gonna be crazy greasy without having an awesome pull from the cheese.
At any given time, the kitchen at Idle Hour is cooking with ingredients from countless countries.
Right now we have Italian, Middle Eastern, Indian, French.
And because much of what they serve is seasonal, there are all kinds of vegetables on the menu, like roasted cauliflower with bright red dollops of curried beet puree, sweet potato hummus with spicy broccoli, a fried egg, and garlic flatbread, and the ultra-popular Brussels sprouts with apple cider reduction, fried shallots, and goat cheese.
My favorite thing about Brussels sprouts is when you get them and they are crispy and salty and they have just a little bit of creaminess and a tiny bit of sweetness.
If you're looking for some meat to eat, the steak frites with garlic jus are spectacular. The house burger is simple yet sensational, served on a house-made bun topped with everything bagel spice. And the fried chicken sandwich stacks pickles, a golden fried thigh, and collard green coleslaw on a chili maple English muffin.
And you get the creaminess and the crunch from the coleslaw and the sweetness and the spice from the English muffin. It's awesome.
All the pastas at Idle Hour are made in-house, like orecchietti cacio e pepe, a recipe that Ashley decided to keep classic.
This is one of those awesome dishes that's just so simple and so good that I didn't want to mess around with it. And that's what I wanted to showcase here, was that it doesn't need to be all flair. Sometimes just a proper classic dish is great.
And staying true to the classics continues at dessert, where there are just 2 tasty throwbacks to choose from, a Hoodsie cup and homemade funfetti cake.
We wanted something nostalgic, something that you could use to celebrate an occasion, or if you're just looking for something sweet. It's not something overly complicated that you have to think about. It's just something you take a bite of and you immediately know. But it's always something that people laugh about and greatly enjoy.
And from classic funfetti cake to melty mozzarella sticks, you'll greatly enjoy your time at Idle Hour.